Hey guys, Toy Bro back again for another review, doing something slightly different, but also something very familiar. We have got some Masters of the Universe toys here, but obviously not the normal stuff that I do on this channel. So we've got some Mega Construx, formerly called Mega Blocks, little minifigures here. So they are releasing a series of minifigures that play off different licenses, and Mega Blocks is owned by Mattel, so obviously there's always a possibility for MOTU stuff here. This first wave has 2 Masters of the Universe, 2 Star Trek, and 2 Aliens figures, I believe. And I don't believe there's actually any plans for more of these from what I've heard so far. I hope that's not the case because, I don't know, they're kind of cool and they're really cheap too. So let's take a look at the packaging here. We've got just kind of a little window box on the blister card here with our figures, some stands, accessories. We've got the logo for the product line and the license, as well as our characters there. And then the back has the other figures in the line, as well as kind of all the legalese down there. So let's pull these guys out and take a look at them. Well, here they are out of the packaging, and you know, they're little minifigures. There's not a lot to talk about, but at the same time, there's, I don't know, I guess there's a little more than I expected there to be to talk about. They are not what I expect when I think of a building block playset minifigure. I'm not a Mega Blocks, Mega Construx guy. It's not my thing. I grab these because they're MOTU. But, you know, when I think of minifigures, I think of Lego. They're very much their own thing. These are very much not that thing. They are basically little mini action figures, and they have quite a bit of articulation for what they're worth. To begin with, they do come with their stands, like I mentioned. They have their names. So we've got He-Man, we've got Skeletor. As far as the articulation on these guys, I'm going to move He-Man aside and we'll use Skeletor. Heads can rotate. They can move their arms out to the side and all around. They have a swivel and a hinge at the elbow. They can rotate their wrists. They have a waist twist. And then if you take them off the stand, legs can go out. They can go forward. They can go backwards. And they have a knee joint. So, you know, there is actually quite a bit going on in terms of articulation for these guys. And then honestly, the sculpt is pretty decent. I mean, they're pretty small, but they do pack a lot of detail. So we've got He-Man, is very much a vintage toy style. We've got his furry boots, his loincloth, his belt. We've got the battle harness. We've got the shield. We've got the power sword. The head it's okay. I think in comparison to Skeletor, he's the weaker of the two, but he still looks really good at this scale because they're only about 2 inches tall. And as far as Skeletor goes, he's got the monster feet. He's got the kind of finned forearms. We've got his battle harness. We've got his loincloth. We've got the Havoc staff. And the face on this thing is actually pretty good. It's got a lot of paint apps on it. It's got the red eyes, the green, and the yellow. And it's just quite a bit of detail packed into a little tiny package. So, I don't know. Pretty cool, right? If you're a MOTU fan, this is probably something you're interested in. In fact, I've seen quite a few people that are very interested in these things once they started showing up. I think they might be a Walmart exclusive. That's the only place I've heard of them being found so far. But for the most part, they are what they are. They're little tiny minifigures. They are He-Man inspired. That's pretty much it. So there's not a great deal to talk about, but at the same time, they are pretty cool. And for what they are, I'm relatively impressed. So that's going to do it for this look at the Mega Construx Masters of the Universe minifigures. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, everyone.